Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the demo day of the Man Social Incubator Program, Cohort 6. And a very warm welcome to our esteemed guests. His Excellency, Dr. Mughir Khamis Al-Khaili, the Chairman of the Department of Community Development, and Her Excellency, Salam Al-Amimi, the Director General of MAN, and Your Excellencies. It is an honor to have you here with us today. Established by the Department of Community Development in February 2019, MAN, the Authority of Social Contribution, has brought the public sector, the private sector, and the civil society together to help drive social innovation and build a culture of social contribution and participation. One of its pillars is the MAN Social Incubator Program, a dynamic and emerging program for social impact projects and startups addressing the government's societal challenges and priorities. This year's theme of the MAN Social Incubator Cohort 6 is for social good, and it focuses on addressing the social priorities of education and financial literacy. It is a 16 weeks program, and we are on the 9th week. You are probably wondering why we are doing a demo day in the middle of a program. That's not the usual practice. Well, firstly, it is not to lose the momentum of the introductions that happen on a demo day. Secondly, is to be able to transition these 12 brilliant startups from the first phase of the program, which we call business phase, to the second phase of the program, which is called the acceleration phase. So now it's time to accelerate those startups. Today, we will give them the opportunity to find mutual collaborations and partnerships with all the guests that are joining us here today, as well as online. And they will be able to apply whatever they've learned in the first phase, which is mainly focused on pilots and partnerships, as well as raising capital in the second phase. So we have today with us in the audience potential partners as well as investors. So that's why we do it in the middle, and we're testing it. Here are some high-level stats of the cohorts that you're going to see today. It's a very diversified group in terms of nationalities, and they're mostly early-stage startups. And so far, they have gone through over 100 hours of training and coaching collectively. But before we begin, I would like to invite Her Excellency Salam Al-Amimi for the opening remarks.
Your Excellency, تسمح لي بتكلم بالإنجليزي عشان اللي يتكلموا بالإنجليش. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am very pleased to be here today, basically, to celebrate with you at the demo date of the incubatee from Cohort 6. Today, we're going to see 12 of those startups who we call them family at MAN, basically. And that event is developed basically to support them and to stimulate them to carry on their ideas. And we thank them very much for their hard work to drive those ideas to become to life. Working under the theme of entrepreneurship for social good, these teams have taken imaginative and new approaches to the challenges of financial literacy and education technology that are destined to have a genuine social impact in our community. Such an impact demonstrates the effectiveness of the Department of Community Development strategy to support the growth of the third sector as a mean of bringing the community together. So thank you, DCD, for your support. To enable them to address Abu Dhabi social challenges and priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, first I would like to congratulate the graduates of this cohort for their outstanding efforts and their dedication to bring their ideas into life. With the invaluable support of our stakeholders and partners, our cohort are demonstrating the potential of the third sector and how it can flourish in Abu Dhabi. To enable social entrepreneurs to contribute to the development of a strong, active, connected communities. Through such achievements, Man social incubation is generating the sustainable solutions needed to address key challenges and key priorities in Abu Dhabi government. On top of that, building in our knowledge-based economy. Today, demonstration of our incubatee will feature a series of presentations that highlights an outstanding range of innovative solutions for their projects and business plans. Our current cohort achievement have built in our impressive record to date. As you know, Your Excellency, the first program we launched in Ma'an was basically the social incubation program, and that's how we launched the organization. So these programs, or those 6 cohorts, are one of the most, I would say, successful programs in Ma'an, and we are very honored, basically, to bring the result to the table today. So far, we graduated 65 social enterprises, and we accelerated 21 existing non-profit organizations to address 5 social priorities in Abu Dhabi Emirate. Your Excellency, if you know, 3 years back, no one was basically understanding what third sector mean and what civic society engagement means. So through your strategies, you brought that awareness to the community, and by bringing that awareness to the community, we were able basically to engage them to stand with the government and to complement the role of the government and the private sector by providing those solutions. As a result of that, there are 40 startups has been licensed or in the process of getting their license, with 361 deals negotiated, and this is a success. Before, there was basically a misunderstanding about the social enterprises, and most of the people will affiliate them with passion, with no backbone business plans. But today, when we have that amount of deals to be negotiated with those 65 entities, it means the trust is increasing in those entities. And the most important thing is the number of beneficiaries. We are almost 200,000 beneficiaries impacted from that program by itself. Our leadership is always emphasizing on the importance of diversifying the economy in UAE as a fundamental strategic necessity in our development plans. His Highness, if you remember a few days ago, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of UAE, also stressed on the importance of the private sector as a key role in the country economy as the nation strives to boost its economical position and competitiveness and to put itself on the top of the global indices. This reflects in our mission to drive social innovation by creating sustainable services provided by our social enterprises who play a socio-economical role on the Emirate. And finally, I would say thank you very much for being here. If anything, this shows the interest and the support that you're providing to that sector. And I hope that you are as interested as I am to hear the demos provided by our incubatee. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. So we're going to begin. You will be seeing 12 pitches back to back. There is no Q&A questioning for them. But in the networking event, while we finish the pitches, the startups will have dedicated areas, and you can approach them and ask them any questions that you want. It's going to be a 4-minute pitch per startup. So I hope you will enjoy all these presentations. And we're going to start with Loon Technologies.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon. My name is Hilal Tariq Luta, and I'm the co-founder of Loon Technologies. Today, I'll be speaking briefly about the intersection of technology and financial literacy. According to Emirates Foundation, the majority of young Emiratis are currently indebted to banks, with the majority of them having no financial planning, leading only in 2021 to over 1,600 cases in the Dubai courts registered by banks against individuals. The result, a very negative social impact, in addition to higher rates of personal loan write-offs by UAE banks, higher legal fees by UAE banks, and higher government personal loan bailouts. So where does the issue start at the core of it? The first step to understanding personal finance management is understanding your income and expenses. But today, how can I do that if this is what I see on my mobile banking application or my bank statements? I think we can all relate to this. So what we do at Loon, it's a technical issue, and what we do at Loon and what we've decided to do at Loon is to solve this issue by creating the Middle East first transaction enrichment and financial data analysis API, which transforms your raw transactions as you see it today into usable data, enabling banks finally to be able to offer money management tools to their customers and elevate their personal financial literacy in the whole UAE. So let's imagine if we manage to implement this solution with one bank with the UAE, we have changed the financial literacy for all their 1 million customers at least. So to help you visualize this, this is traditional mobile banking before and after Loon. On the left is what we see today, on the right is what we see after Loon is implemented, where you have a clear understanding of where you're spending your money, with a clear logo, clear category, and a clear brand name. Helping the financial institution being able to build different features, such as tracking monthly budgets, setting budgets per categories, and getting an overall understanding of your spending habits. Yani understanding who of us here today knows exactly where they spent per category last month. I don't, to be honest. Immediately empowering over 5 million individuals in the UAE with the tools to help them manage their money, elevate their financial literacy, and helping banks increase revenues, win-win situation. It's a huge market opportunity. We have over 160 banks in the Middle East, over 450 fintechs and upcoming, and over 50 co-branded credit cards. And the target market only in the UAE and Saudi Arabia is valued at over $1.48 billion. Today, we've already proven demand and traction for our solution. We have 6 live POCs and a very strong sales funnel in the UAE and beyond. And we're the first player tackling this issue in the Middle East for the Middle East. We're a dedicated team of passionate developers and team members. Alexi and myself are the co-founders, and we've come a very long way from day one. I started as a case manager in the Dubai courts. There is where I really got the experience, and I saw it firsthand. And we're, alhamdulillah, now well-funded. We're very well supported, alhamdulillah, from MAN, first of all, and then Flat 6 Labs. And we won 2 awards with the Commercial Bank of Dubai and Microsoft for startups. So what we're looking for is the opportunity. Allow us to reach out to the banks, be able to actually get things moving with the banks, and just run a proof of concept to be able to showcase whether our solution works or not, and take it to the next step. Thank you very much, and thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Siroun, and I bet all of you here today can read this sentence. However, more than 50% of the children in the MENA region who are age 10 don't know how to read age-appropriate Arabic, and that's a big problem. The data shows that grades are declining and students are very disengaged. On the other hand, teachers, schools, and governments are looking for solutions that are comprehensive and effective. What students need is content that's relevant to their daily lives, and they need to feel engaged in how they learn. Teachers, on the other hand, they need resources and tools to support them in their practice. That's why the only effective solution is a holistic one, a 360 methodology that takes into consideration all the drivers of behavior change, including knowledge, attitude, and practice, and not just building skills. Kamkalima's holistic approach is the first one in Arabic EdTech that tackles the language with its core 4 competencies: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. We support teachers and students from content to assessment to insights. And Kamkalima is the only Arabic EdTech that has had the courage to tackle the very difficult skill of teaching writing. Like Grammarly,
Kamkalima uses AI to support the students in building their writing skills by meeting them where they are and supporting them in their journey. That's why competitors see us as the benchmark. Our proprietary content is not only skill-based, but also curriculum agnostic, making it easy to integrate into any Arabic curriculum. We outperform our competitors in almost all areas except pricing, and for good reasons. We're a SaaS platform with a 60% conversion rate. Schools pay between $12 and $15 per student per year. The edtech market has been growing over several years, and COVID just pushed that growth into acceleration mode. And the highest expenditure is in the K-12 vertical, where Arabic speaking on 13, and we went to market 5 years ago in private schools in urban areas because of fast adoption and higher purchase power. But the biggest growth and impact can come from public schools. And in the MENA countries, both digital skills and literacy skills are high priorities. And Kamkalima not only has the architecture ready, but also the trust and the reputation to support national public schools in this growth. And we have built this trust the past 5 years by supporting more than 24,000 students in 9 countries. And we have built partnerships with reputable organizations, both internationally and regionally. Now, scaling any startup is very difficult. Scaling an edtech startup with social impact is much more difficult. There are many things to take into consideration and many players that we should partner with. And to be able to do that, a strong team is needed. Our management team has experts in edtech, in technology, in research, in finance, and sorry, that's it. And we are supported by a robust team that works tirelessly towards our mission and our goal. Now, our 5-year revenue projection takes into consideration both the B2B platform we currently have and a B2C product we're launching next year. And of course, we measure our metrics to make sure that we're a healthy and viable business, and our LTV and CAC show that we will reach economies of scale in early 2025. We're currently closing our bridge round to support our growth to the next phase, and we're happy to partner with anyone. Thank you.
Next, we have Edfundo.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. So hi, my name's Simon, one of the co-founders of Edfundo, the trusted financial education and money management app for parents, kids and teens. My background is in education, specifically in EdTech, and I've taught in the UK and more recently here in the UAE. 66% of adults around the world are considered to be financially illiterate. And in our target market, parts of the Middle East and Africa, that can be as high as 80%. Until very recently, I was one of the 66%. Nobody spoke to me about money when I was a child, and schools didn't teach me about personal finance either. I don't want my children to grow up having had no experience of money or personal finance. The solution to this needs to start early, and Edfundo empowers parents like me to give their children early access to personal finance. We do this through our digital banking platform for kids and teens, which has been built by teachers with education at the core. Children can learn, earn, save, spend, and invest all through our platform. We're not the first to do this. It's a proven concept around the world. But nobody's really leading the way here in parts of the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. This is a youthful region. There's over 130 million 8 to 18-year-olds. Okay, it's really high mobile penetration rates, and some of the governments are looking to rapidly go towards cashless societies. Our initial target market will be the UAE, and then into Saudi Arabia and Egypt, where there's a combined 30 million 8 to 18-year-olds. Edfundo has deep grassroots level relationships in the local community in the UAE. We're not a bank. We're a trusted family financial education and money management app that's been built by educators. We've taken the learnings from those competitors around the world and built the best youth banking platform on the market. We know this because a large retail bank in the GCC has seen our demo and chosen to white label it for themselves. No other youth banking platform has educational content that was created by teachers who know how kids learn best. And families trust their child's financial futures in the hands of educators. Our initial go-to-market in the UAE is simple and cost-effective. We already have over 5,000 people on our waiting list, which is all organic. Through our partnerships in the region, we have direct access to over 100,000 parents with kids in schools in the UAE. Being teachers, we get easy access to schools. And next year, we're running a financial literacy roadshow in partnership with Visa. Our business model is an affordable and transparent subscription fee, and we also make revenue from the child spend both domestically and internationally. Our white label model also brings in good revenue. We're just coming out of our beta testing stage, just in time for the new academic year at the end of August. We've completed a number of accelerator programs here and in the US, and we've been featured on primetime radio twice. We recently picked up the Best Startup Award at the Seamless Middle East and Africa event 2022. Our team is made up of myself and Andrew, both with education backgrounds, and we have a full-time senior payments and operations expert on the team. What we don't know, we learn very quickly, or we bring in experts onto our advisory team. For example, David Parker is a Power 20 payments expert from the UK who also advised Go Henry, which was the first youth banking platform to launch some 10 years ago. We're currently looking to raise our seed round of $2 million to turbocharge our growth in the UAE, to bring in some key hires, and to start our first expansion to our new geography. So if you're an investor or potential partner and you want to join us on our mission to help kids be better prepared financially for their futures, we'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Next is Tutoro team. You're going to watch today a hybrid pitch, actually. So,
Hi everyone. I am so excited to talk to you about Tutoro today. But before I dive in, let me ask you a question. Does this picture remind you of yourself when you were at university? Because if it does, you are most certainly not alone. Because through our customer discovery interviews, we have realized that 47% of undergraduate students have this feeling frequently each semester. We have found that students are constantly academically stressed and overwhelmed, yet fail to find reliable and effective resources to support themselves. And what do these students do when they're struggling with their classes? These students either go to private academic centers to be taught by other professors from other universities, which is expensive and generic, or they try to find a fellow peer, usually a friend, who took the same class and is willing to help. However, it is important to note that often these students being asked for help are too embarrassed to request money for the help they're offering.
So we developed a progressive web application to host a tutoring network where, for example, Rana can be instantly connected with Ali for personalized support in her international business course with Professor John Smith. In the same vein, Ali can monetize his knowledge of a previous course with no shame. Through that, Tutoro creates a self-sufficient marketplace based on course demands, tutor ratings, and reviews, where each tutor will feel free to set their own pricing based on what they see fit. To first test the solution, we developed an MVP launched in the American University in Cairo in 2020.
And so with $0 being spent on customer acquisition, we received 80 users purely by word of mouth, who booked more than 200 sessions with only the 50 tutors that we've accepted. But what we are most proud of is the impact that we've seen with these customers, using on average 2-letter grades.
Reaching our target audience will be through two main channels. Seeing that our target audience are university students, they are hardly dependent on social media like TikTok and Instagram. We're working on having a significant presence through these outlets. We're also implementing a university ambassador system, which includes students in the same university we've launched in that are with the customer every step of the way. This has proven to provide a great conversion rate. Tutoro also strongly distinguishes itself from its competitors in the sense that it provides a fully personalized and course-specific experience from a student who has been in the same class with the same professor, which is not offered by any other competitor in the market. Not to mention that our product is 40 to 60% cheaper than our direct competitors. On that note, if we only take the 47% of undergraduate students in private universities who are in urgent need of academic support in the UAE and in Egypt, our serviceable obtainable market would be valued at $500 million. For our serviceable available market, which is more including to the MENA region, it's valued at $3.1 billion.
So how are we gonna make money? We have 4 different revenue streams, yet 2 main ones. Our initial revenue stream, and the one we'll launch with, is a 15% commission fee, split between the user and the tutor. As of our second revenue stream, the more profitable one, and the one to be implemented in the future when we raise our seed round, is subscription-based and will be a bundle of 10 sessions with pro tutors. Our beachhead launching strategy will allow us to grow a total of 6 universities each year, carefully increasing our users in the first 3 years. But our EBITDA will reach $500,000 only by penetrating 20% of the universities in Egypt and the UAE, making our EBITDA margin reach 81% in the 3rd year. According to these projections and expected growth rates from our MVP, our plan will allow us to reach an EBITDA of $4.3 million in the fifth year.
Finally, I'm beyond proud to present our team. We have been working on this venture together since 2020, and each one of them is indispensable to achieve the success of our venture. All of us have varying academic and professional backgrounds that will connect us all around universities in Egypt and in the UAE, that has led us to comfortably fall into complementary roles and allowed the birth and growth of Tutoro.
Thank you so much. I actually have a question for the audience. Do you think this is pre-recorded or it's a live pitch? Pre-recorded. Yeah, that was very well timed. It's impressive, right? The next startup actually is a fully pre-recorded pitch because unfortunately they couldn't join us today for a family situation. So you're gonna hear them in this video.
Hi, my name is Cecil and we are FinStart Badaya. We offer courses that help youth take control of their spending. Our MVP will be ready in September and we're looking for pilots with government partners. Why are 7 out of 10 Emirati youths in debt? Why do families allow finances to lead to conflict? Why is the government compelled to conduct bailouts? I mean, everyone's already been taught needs versus wants, right? The truth is, big brands and startups alike use the latest in psychology to wire us to overspend. Think YouTube influencers, clickbaiting, and fear of missing out. Those are just a few of the decision traps used on us. At Badaya, we will equip your children to fight the urge to spend carelessly. I was taught on trading floors and at hedge funds how to combat decision traps and have used it to build Badaya's content for everyday life. Badaya offers financial literacy courses that teaches you to make better decisions by building your defenses against psychological marketing tactics. The courses consist of online lessons followed by real-life practice with a simple app. Each lesson starts with a trick question to activate learning. Core concepts are presented in-app through animations like TED-Ed videos. The concepts are reinforced in sessions through games, simulations, and role-playing. Between each session, the app triggers students to track their mental state, watch funny educational shorts, complete course challenges like going to the store and taking pictures of the cognitive traps used against them. Students are incentivized to participate on leaderboards with social recognition and real rewards. And after the course, they will continue to have access to the app to help them make better decisions. Regarding the market size, we plan to offer our courses at $250, which means 50 million in revenue if we can get 2% of the obtainable market. Parents and young adults are increasingly seeking a well-rounded education, which has made online extracurricular learning the fastest growing segment in the $160 billion digital education market. With the recent economic shocks, the need to build skills to manage spending will only intensify. Badaya's approach to financial decision-making is unique with our focus on mental frameworks instead of products and an emphasis on simulation and practice via the app. While our modules may only last 4 weeks, our app provides decision support for life. FinStart Bidaya is a new independent venture that leverages our experience in Canada. In 2019, we launched several pilots in Canada and are now at 300 schools. In April alone, we had over 800 user sessions. We've had radio coverage, we were featured at teacher conferences, and we had the privilege to advise the Canadian government on its financial literacy strategy. We will be ready for a pilot in the coming school year. We have deep relationships with 2 UAE universities. We're also targeting 2 pilots with community impact organizations to complement or augment their existing programs. We expect to scale the e-learning platform after 2 years of rapid product iteration. We target break-even between the 2nd and 3rd year and to grow to 7.5 million by the 5th year. To get all this done, we have a team of financial practitioners and educators. We have over 50 years of combined experience in high-stakes decision-making in financial markets and 16 years in education. We want to secure pilots with partners that have an interest or mandate in financial literacy. These could be community organizations like MAN, universities, and financial companies like banks and wealth management firms. We look forward to working with you. Thank you.
And now we are back to face-to-face pitches, and we have Geek Express.
Hello, guys. Hi. So my name is Ryan Najdi. I am the co-founder of Geek Express, the MENA school that prepares students for the future job market. So I'm preaching to the choir here. With 75 million jobs expected to be displaced due to technology in the upcoming 10 years, 65% of today's MENA parents believe that their children will work in jobs that are not yet invented. Technology education is a must for MENA kids. However, if you are a MENA parent and you want to teach your kids technology, you have to find vetted, accredited program which is comprehensive. You have to find Arabic-speaking trainers who can connect with your children. And most importantly, you have to convince your kids that these programs are fun and not like school. Most parents end up dropping the idea. This is why we created Geek Express, the first MENA-focused online school that offers K-12 technology education for kids in a seamless journey for parents and students through a gamified learning management system, a comprehensive K-12 accredited curriculum, and Arabic-speaking and Microsoft-certified trainers. The journey is very simple. Parents book a course from a library of coding courses. They get matched with a trainer to meet online once per week to learn how to develop their own video games, AI models, apps, and even mine their own cryptocurrencies. Parents receive weekly progress reports and assessment about their children's progress, while learners earn points, gain badges, and compete with the community of geeks before building their digital portfolio and publishing real-life projects. We have special acquisition strategy with B2C channels such as digital marketing, influencer marketing, and referral programs, and the B2B2C channels such as school partnerships as extracurricular programs or corporate partnerships as employee family perk program. Parents can book a private course for $300 one-on-one with the trainer for 12 weeks before moving to the second course, or a group course for 2-on-1. Even they can purchase 3 courses or what we call a track for a discounted price. The opportunity is huge here, with more than 60 million students enrolled in extracurricular activities across the GCC. Targeting less than 5% of that will get us into a $3 billion market valuation. We already have achieved traction. We have $500,000 in revenues last year. This year, we're aiming at $1 million revenues across Saudi, UAE, and Lebanon. We maintain very healthy unit economics at 98% completion rate, 70% renewal rate, and more than 70% profit margin. The reality is competition is out there with tier 1 MENA schools and local centers who offer technology education to kids but lack student centricity, gamification, and most importantly, the comprehensiveness of a K-12 curriculum. International coding academies like White Hat Junior, Byju's, or ID Tech want to penetrate the region but lack the Arabic-speaking trainers. We are the first online MENA-focused school that offers technology in a seamless journey for parents and students. We have an ambitious roadmap ahead of us. We look to expand into Abu Dhabi with more partnerships, especially with ADQ and hopefully MAN. We look to expand more into Saudi and Egypt, diversify our content, and even develop an AI video analyzer to scale our quality control within the classes. This is me. I am your ultimate geek, a computer engineer. With me, there is a co-founder. She's a Cartier Fellow, Wi-Fi entrepreneur. We have 17 full-timers and 170 part-time trainers, our rock stars, Microsoft certified and Arabic speaking. We aim to reach cash break even next year with $3 million in total revenues and 9,000 active students. And to do this, we need $800,000, from which we have a commitment of $200,000, and we are looking for the rest. Finally, if you believe that the future of education is more student-centric, more gamified, and more tech-oriented, let us subscribe to this future together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. We're halfway through, and now we have Squirrel.
Hi everyone, my name's Ben Bolger and I'm one of the co-founders of Squirrel. I want you to just start thinking back to your school days. Can anyone remember learning anything like Pythagoras' theorem or what the symbol for gold was on the periodic table? More importantly, has anyone ever used this information, maybe other than maybe a social quiz during COVID-19 lockdown? I'd actually be more interested to find out whether anyone whilst at school learned anything about like the benefits of compound interest when investing, or the potential dangers of personal debt. I can't be the only person who left school feeling absolutely clueless about all things finance related. Because a recent survey shows that 2 out of 3 adults globally are considered financially illiterate. And financial pressure is now one of the biggest causes of stress and other mental health related issues. So what needs to change? Well, at Squirrel, we agree with the growing social pressure that financial education needs to be included in the academic life of students. At Squirrel, we serve children aged 7 to 18 years old, but we're very aware that if we ask these students whether they had a financial literacy problem, they'd turn around and go, I don't know what you're talking about. So we're very much a proactive solution. We're leading the next generation to a more fulfilled and independent life through financial literacy. Squirrel gamifies the financial decision making that we make as adults daily, and it's embedded into a school ecosystem, as Squirrel is a forward-thinking school rewards program that importantly doesn't take any curriculum time or increase a teacher's already busy workload. Through Squirrel, students will gain experience in things like earning an income, paying regular utility bills, transferring funds between current accounts and investment accounts, preparing for emergency expenses, and so much more. To supplement our platform, our Squirrel team are developing a global literacy curriculum that will be made available to both governments and schools. Our initial launch will focus on the UAE market. However, obviously we do expect to expand globally. In our pilot scheme, we'll be focusing on the UAE's international schools, as this is where we'll feel like we'll get the traction the quickest, before then turning our attention to government schools. Our business model is, with the fact that we're giving our platform away for free, our business model does revolve around corporate and government sponsorship. However, once traction has been made, we do have a revenue stream such as a B2C fintech product, in-app product placements, and a development of more traditional learning resources and qualifications. We understand our target audience of educational leaders, and we're currently developing the market strategies to make sure we reach them effectively. There are other financial literacy programs out there, many delivered in the more sort of traditional formats. However, our unique approach embeds financial literacy into the daily life of students, therefore giving them the opportunity to consistently practice the behaviours and habits that are needed to be successful with personal finance. With the co-founders only coming together in October 2021, we progressed quickly. Our MVP will be available and launched in August during our pilot scheme, where 10 to 12 of Abu Dhabi's most prestigious schools, including Brighton College, Cranleigh, and British International School Abu Dhabi, have already committed to being part of this program. Our pilot scheme will serve as a fantastic foundation for a full global launch by August 2023. Our team is excellently positioned to deliver Squirrel's solution, with Matt having held educational leadership positions all over the world for the last 20 years, myself as a chartered wealth manager for the last decade, Michael, who provides valuable guidance, having already built successful businesses in the UAE, and Neil, who has experience as the lead product developer of one of the biggest financial literacy platforms in the United States. We hope to grow quickly and expect to break even by 2025 with net profits of over $10 million by 2026. This will be fueled by attracting over 1,000 schools and 500,000 students in that same time frame. Our ask today is for funding and sponsorship partnerships with multinational companies, government education departments, and investors who believe in our vision of a more financially secure future for our children. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. So now we have someone coming all the way from Tunisia, Reed's team.
Thank you. Hello. My name is Haytham and I'm the co-founder of Reed. In today's knowledge economy, the impact of the rapid change of technology has never been greater. This brought us many advantages, but these advantages came at a cost. In the knowledge economy, if we don't fit learning into our daily schedule, we could easily become irrelevant. Continuous learning can feel like a challenge for many of us. In this new era of speed, time is becoming increasingly scarce. So how can we manage to learn if we don't find the time to do it? We believe that micro-learning is the answer, and that's exactly what we're doing at Reeds. We condense books in small and manageable sizes that could be easily assimilated. We've got a mobile app that offers audiobook summaries of the best-selling books in the world in Arabic, along with a curated library of the most interesting podcasts. Our users can browse through our library that has more than 20 subjects, ranging from art and history to business and self-development. They can whether read or listen to their favorite book or podcast. Our vision behind this is to become the next generation of book publishers, with all books being digital and last no longer than 20 minutes. We're targeting the MENA region, though the app is currently used by all ages. Our first segments are users between 24 and 39 that give importance to self-growth and actualization and are curious and enjoy learning. They can use our app for free and have access to one summary per day for free, or they can upgrade to the premium version and have unlimited access to the entire library with premium features like the offline use. The audiobook and podcasting industry is booming. A report shows that it has a combined value of $4 billion and is expected to reach $35 billion by 2030. So this concept is popular in other countries, with Blinks leading the way in the English market and Wajiz in the Arab market. Our products differentiate in 3 main points. The first one being the degree of customization it has for each country, as we're using the local dialects for some of our content. Our second differentiator is our market penetration strategy, as we've partnered with telecom operators from Tunisia and Egypt to promote our solutions to their millions of subscribers. Our third key differentiator is our AI algorithm that we have been training for more than 3,000 hours. It aims at automating the summarization process, and it helps us have richer content while cutting costs. This algorithm got recognized by NVIDIA experts as they selected us to be part of their NVIDIA Inception program for AI startups. So we've launched a year ago in Tunisia and have today reached more than 2,700 paying customers, more than 200 summaries and 300 podcasts. So most of the paying users are based in Tunis, but we've got traction in most of MENA countries like it's shown here. We've partnered with 5 major telecom operators, 1 from Tunisia and 4 from Egypt, and are backed by Flat 6 Labs. We're targeting $500,000 by the end of next year and $5 million as ARR in 5 years. For that, we're raising $500,000 that will be split 30% on product, including computer power for our algorithm, 30% on new hires and seniors and people we can learn from, and 40% on marketing, including social media ads and offline campaigns. My name is Haytham, and I'm the co-founder and CEO. This is actually my second startup, as my first startup was an online bookstore that allowed me to get a deeper understanding of the book market and have deeper insights on the customer needs. Shahir is my co-founder and CTO with more than 7 years of experience in startups as well, since it's his second startup. And we're a passionate team with a deep purpose. We know that we're more than an app providing book summaries. We are a gateway for our users to access ideas, knowledge, and tools to empower them in a fast and reliable way. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Haytham, and welcome to Abu Dhabi. Next, we have Latelli.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shaima, the founder of Latelli. Our mission is to empower local female designers financially, economically, and preserve our heritage. Before I tell you how, let me ask you this question. How many times you went to a traditional market or tourist attraction and you see this? Those are the most common gifts you can get from UAE. Our heritage is being misrepresented by commercially made products that do not reflect our culture, and that led to tourist visitors to miss the experience of authentic products. We at Latelli created a marketplace, a training hub where we will help women to produce products with local materials such as khuz, telli, sado, and put it in the market. We combine education and financial literacy. We will educate those women. We will help them with the skills they need, such as finance, marketing, technology, that will help them to produce their own brands and be financially independent. We will digitalize it and put it in our website and application. And we will market it to our business partners. We are targeting local women, housewives, unemployed, or those who already have their own products. And they want to scale their brands or start a new one. Also, tourists and residents who want to learn about our heritage, and businesses who want like authentic products that represent our culture. We got into this because the market is huge. We have 20 million tourists every year, more than 200 nationalities living in our country, more than 300 local female designers with already products to produce. We are going to go to the market through our website and application. We are going to find our sellers through local organizations, workshops, and we will target our and events and festivals. Our competitors, they are souvenir shops that sell commercial gifts with little or no representation of our local materials. What makes us different? We provide products, modernized products with a touch of local materials made by local hands. What makes us the perfect team for this heritage project? We have excellent background when it comes to culture, heritage, technology, and tourism. With me being a computer engineer and have experience running e-commerce platform back in South Korea, and with my partner have years of experience in tour guiding and skills coaching. How we are going to generate money? We are going to take 20 to 25% from product sales. We have paid workshops and partnerships with businesses. We estimated during 3 years, we are going to make 300,000 from selling products, 200,000 from workshops, and more than 500,000 from our partners. Where we are now, we have signed our first partnership with a workshop provider here in Abu Dhabi. We are in the process of having our first business deal with a major hotel here also in Abu Dhabi. We locate women with a unique product to display in our platform. And now we are now in the phase of securing funds. We are asking for 300,000. We have a dream, and we want you to be part of this dream. Thank you.
Next, we have skill play education.
Hello everyone, I'm Ehtisham with Skill Play Education. We're a team of second-time founders. We previously founded Junkpot Robotics, generated $2 million in revenue, got access to 500 schools and 20 plus universities in this region. We have trained 100,000 plus students in this region, and UAE government awarded us Golden Visa for the same. 80% of the MENA graduates are unprepared for work. And one of the core reasons being, university students do not have access to industry skills and internships while they're still studying. Skills mismatch between skill and the labor market is super high in this region. Startups can actually help students upscale, but communication between startups and students are very minimal right now. The solution is to build a platform where both the parties can engage and benefit from each other. Students getting upskill, getting internships, and startups getting access to untapped resources. This is exactly what we do at Skill Play. Skill Play is a mobile app which helps university students build skills, get internships and certifications by playing a daily 1-minute quiz. How do we do that? We partner with companies, create masterclasses in collaboration with these companies. We also create quiz questions around the partner companies. Students play a daily 1-minute quiz, and the leaderboard tracks their performance. Top 5 to top 10 students get internships in the partner companies. A company can always come to our platform and post and kickstart the recruitment drive from predefined job posts as well. We partner with universities, onboard, we provide them a free trial, and then we charge them 99 dirhams to access the masterclass videos. We plan to acquire students through the online channels in future. We acquire startups by partnering with startup community right now, and we plan to acquire these startups through the online channels in futures as well. There are 20 million university and grade 11, grade 12 students in this region, and 60% of them use LinkedIn and other job-seeking platforms. We're targeting 5% of that, which is 600,000 students, and if we charge $25, we're looking at $15 million in annual recurring revenue. We actually simplify students' experience to acquire industry skills and internships by providing them inbound internships, masterclasses in a gamified platform. We already onboarded 3 universities. We have onboarded 15 plus companies, and we have a pipeline of another 10 universities. We launched the MVP in April 2022. We already provided 30 plus internships, and we have a commitment of $90,000. We're looking to acquire 5 universities and 100 startups by 2022 October, and we're looking to acquire 100 universities and 10,000 startups by 2025. We make money by charging university students 99 dirhams to get access to the masterclass videos. We also charge startups an one-time fee and an annual subscription fee for the job post. We're looking at $3 million revenue by 2025, and we are currently raising $250,000 to reach 25 universities, 1,000 startups, and create 250 plus masterclass videos. We already have a commitment of $90,000. We hope that you would join our hands to help university students in this region to acquire right opportunity and right skills. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Kashi is the next team.
Good afternoon. My name is Gups. I'm the COO and co-founder of Kashi, and we're in the business of creating money-smart teams. Whenever we speak to parents, this is a resounding term that we hear. I want to teach my kids the value of money. Let me introduce Meeta Ghosh, our CEO. As you can see, she could have had more wiser decisions in her investments if she'd been trained and educated at her early ages. Global money management is a phenomenon that we're seeing, which is an issue for the youth today. And this is what's truly inspired Smita, to drive and build Kashi. From our UAE research, we've seen 85% of parents have the desire to teach their kids about money management, but conversely, on the other side, kids don't have the tools to manage their money. Hence, they fall back to current inefficient, antiquated methods like post-it notes and spreadsheets. So how does Kashi bridge that gap? So Kashi is basically a financial instrument, like a digital banking app and education tool catered for teenagers of this region. Secondly, it's accompanied by a parent app which gives full oversight to the parent. In terms of our revenue model, two main revenue generators. One is interchange, and secondly is a premium subscription, which will be in line with our premium product in 2023. If you take a moment here, if we look at the addressable market, the actual opportunity speaks for itself. 35 million teenagers in the GCC and Egypt, of which 12 million are addressable, or should I say obtainable, and we believe 10% is a relatively good market share to achieve 1.2 million users by year 5. Early this year, Kashi went viral, not once, but twice. For 2 weeks, we exceeded Starbucks as the most leading application in the UAE across all sectors. The results were astounding. We had 80,000 downloads to date, 21,000 users or teenagers on the wait list, and 1/3 of those being Emirati. As you can see here in the middle, the teenagers are willingly posting on Insta and TikTok themselves, which is free marketing for us. This example here shows almost 300,000 views, really showing and validating that this is a product really needed for this market. Since our inception, we've been very busy for the past 2 years. We've signed many deals, notably with BankFab. We've signed with GEMS. We've closed our seed funding of $1.3 billion US. We've signed a 5-year partnership deal, direct deal with Visa, and we're imminently launching in the UAE. In terms of our leadership team, this is really the secret formula. It's comprised of 3 co-founders and 1 CTO. In terms of our product skill sets and expertise, where we have knowledge in product, marketing, finance, legal, investment banking, retail banking, digital payments, and technology. In terms of our focus and 1.2 million cashiers in the 3 markets there, UAE, KSA, and Egypt over the next 5 years, and hit over $40 million in gross revenue by year 5. Our ask is $3 million, which is really going to be used to basically fuel inject our growth in the KSA market. We're actively speaking to investors. In terms of partnerships, and lastly, we cannot do this alone. We're working with a number of partners so that we can unlock the youth today so they become money smart consumers for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope we still have your attention today. This is the last startup pitching, and they came all the way from Bahrain to Abu Dhabi. And it is Playbook.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's the year 2022, yet global data is telling us that we have a lot more work to do to get women to increase participation in the workforce and in leadership positions. Because of this, as women are climbing the corporate ladder or trying to pivot their career paths, they find it challenging to find relatable, representative role models and mentors. And not only that, because of our caregiving responsibilities and societal constructs, we find it difficult to find job prospects and networking opportunities. But did you know 50 million women are entering the workforce in MENA, and this is not a trend. This is a government-backed mandate to encourage inclusion in the workplace, with UAE leading the way. This is adding $600 million annually to the MENA economy. And this is where Playbook comes in. Playbook is a membership network that accelerates career growth for working professionals and entrepreneurs at every level of leadership. How do we do this? we engage with influential and successful women leaders in this region to deliver cinematic level masterclasses. Not only that, our community enables our members to book one-on-one mentorship sessions, be able to build meaningful connections, and find jobs. You can't be what you can't see. And that's why we have game-changing women leaders from this region teaching you their playbook of how to thrive in government, how to raise funds for your startup, how to become a CEO. Our members explore classes in multiple categories, in English and in Arabic, especially Arabic, across 17 different sectors and industries. Our community brings together career-focused women to be able to soundboard off one another, find solutions to real problems, and celebrate wins. Through our global resident mentorship program, we're able to connect them with office hours, with industry experts, so that they can drive more curated learning paths for them. Not only that, these mentors come from different walks. So they could be wealth management experts, they could be therapists, they could be life coaches, or they could be business advisors. Our community manager puts together a very robust event of programs that our members can tune into no matter which part of the region they're in. No country, no company in the world is building an edtech platform like ours with a femme-based lens. And that puts us at an advantage to serve the 42 million working women in this region that are facing this problem today. And we know that this is working because in just a few months, we've been able to onboard 600 plus members onto our platform, 30% of which are from the C-suite, and we've earned over 100,000 in revenue. We've been trusted in by leading companies like Investcorp, Zain Group, National Bank of Bahrain, Watar Partners, and many more in the pipeline. When we do our B2B outreach, we work with the public sector and the private sector to invest in career progression for female professionals and entities. But we're not doing this alone. We're building this with over 50 women leaders who, through a profit-sharing plan with us, market it to their millions of audiences. We work closely together with our NGO partners to match every single paid membership with a free access for women and students in underserved communities. We're a fully female-founded startup, and it's being led at the helm by our CEO, Wafa Al-Abaidat, COO, Ismahan Al-Saad, and myself, Shreya, as CMO. And with our wealth of experience in scaling businesses and being able to build networks, especially in the space of women, we've been able to build a team that is the right fit to build a product like this. And with our global advisors, we're building a purposeful business that's scalable globally for women. We've launched our beta app in the App Store and Play Store and are already testing exciting features with our members as we speak. With our B2B and B2C membership plans, we're seeing a very positive trajectory in growth and a lot of amazing analytics coming out from our outreach. We see possible growth productions and as well as membership growth over the years that puts us on the map towards a very great status in terms of growth. We'd like to see companies like us coming out of this region championing gender diversity and inclusion, and so we've raised a pre-seed round earlier backed by 500 Global, Sanabil Investments, Faith Capital, Women's Spark, and other strategic investors from this region. Now we're raising a 1.5 million seed round to be able to scale and grow faster. Join us in investing in the largest untapped resource in the world, women.
Thank you. That's a powerful ending. So congratulations once again to all the businesses of Cohort 6 who pitched here today. It was great to listen to you. You must be proud of yourselves by crossing this milestone. But this is not the end of your journey with MAN or with Start AD. We have a lot more coming for you. Next week, all the startups will begin the acceleration track. For the upcoming 7 weeks, you will receive one-on-one practical and customized coaching and mentorship. Most importantly, you are now eligible to apply for the MAN grant and receive funding for up to 200,000 dirhams and maybe more. You will also be exhibiting in the MAN Social Impact Symposium that will be held at NYU Abu Dhabi in October 2023. After the acceleration track ends, you will be onboarded as Start AD and MAN alumni, so you will become part of a vibrant community of entrepreneurs. You will enjoy tech discounts, access to experts, workshops, and internships, and exclusive events. So I will end today with another additional exciting news. We are launching the 7th cohort of the MAN Social Incubator program in partnership with Mohammed bin Rashid Initiative of Global Prosperity and the UN Habitat. The program is seeking entrepreneurs to help solve societal challenges associated with building sustainable cities and communities. Please feel free to approach us or the UN Habitat team or the MBRI team for more information. And lastly, I would like to thank Your Excellencies and the leadership of Abu Dhabi for joining us today. I would like to thank the ADGM Academy for this lovely venue and their support. I would like to thank the trainers that are joining us online today from Mindclub Academy, Jenny, Marwan, Ghaith, and more, and Hanan. So thank you so much for your support. And I would like to thank the Start AD team for their amazing efforts. Koel, Nihal, Muhammad, and Sabira, thank you. And most importantly, the MAN team. Salim, Mona, Afra, Eliazia, Dhabia, Sondos, Dioni, El Shumus, everyone. I hope I didn't forget anyone. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you on the cohort 6 and looking forward to working with you on the 7th cohort. And before we go to lunch and for the networking event, I would like to ask His Excellency Dr. Mughir and Her Excellency Salama and Salim to come on stage and have a collective picture with the startups. Thank you very much.